are. Like, they be so quick to cut their friends off, but they are not quick to cut off a nigga that's cheating on them and being toxic to them and holding them back in life. But we're so quick to cut off our friends. You know what I'm saying? Hey bosses, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace Renee. In today's video, we're going to be doing a girl chit chat. And while we do the chit chat, I'll be drinking my wine and I have my water over here because I just balanced the two out. And we're gonna be talking about your relationship is stopping you from elevating in your business and your career and in your life. About why you need to stop worrying about men to elevate in your life. So if that sounds like you, let's get into it. So the reason why I want to talk about this topic is because I was really just thinking, because my life so far, even though I do be stressed out and sometimes I do be like, fuck this shit sometimes when it comes to my business, and I be stressed out and I be ready to quit, but then I be like, no, because I work so hard, you know, regular entrepreneur stuff. One day you be like, yeah, I'm ready. Next day you be like, bitch, fuck this shit, I'm about to go get me a job at Popeyes. That's how sometimes, you know, sometimes you be feeling that way when you're an entrepreneur. Like, some days you got your good days, you got your bad days. But one day I was really just sitting down and I was thinking like, wow, my business is doing so well. Because my business is doing well. Some days I have my slow days, but I have more up days than I have slow days. And I'm just really thinking, you know, sitting in my very expensive ass apartment that I worked my ass off to get, and just sitting and just thinking like, you know, just sitting and just thinking like, wow, I really came a long way. And I came such a long way with my business. I came such a long way with everything. And this is not to brag, you guys. This is just to me to kind of like get you guys to understand what I'm talking about. And I just was like, how did I get to this point? Because I remember back when I was 22 years old. When I was 22 years old, I had just moved out of my mom's house. So I moved out of my mom's house in 2019 when I was 22 years old. And I was dealing with this guy at the time. We was in I don't even know what to call it, a situationship, and I ended up letting him live with me. Not we moved in together because it was my apartment. I paid all the bills, it was mine. I let him live with me, so we lived together. He lived with me. And so that was like one of the worst ideas ever, ladies. Do not let a man move in with you if y'all not married. My personal opinion. Or if y'all don't got a kid together, or if y'all not married, there is no reason y'all need to live together at all. Like, there's absolutely no reason. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that like, I was at such a low point when I was in 22. Like, I was not seeing the money that I was seeing today. I had my hair business, I had my hair money, but because I was so wrapped up and consumed in my situationship and wrapped up and consumed into my job, I did not put that much time into my hair business, and I started kind of falling out of love with the hair company. I have a whole video as to why I stopped selling hair, so if you guys want to check that out in depth, that'll be somewhere. But I was like, when I was that age, I was depressed. I was not seeing the money that I was seeing. I was not really putting forth into my hair company. So right, like the last month of my hair company, I made a whole lot of money. But before that last month, like leading up to the months when I was about to quit selling hair, I wasn't really making that much money because I was not putting my all into it, because I was so consumed into this dude and I was so consumed to my job. And because I was so consumed into this toxic ass nigga, because mind you, it was a very toxic relationship, I was doing very poorly at my job. And because I was doing very poorly at my job, I was not getting my bonuses. And because I wasn't getting my bonuses, my checks were looking slim to none. Because my job, the job that I worked at an auto finance company, and we got paid hourly, but the hourly wasn't really like hitting the way the bonuses hit, you feel me? So I was just at a low point in my life. I mean, it was one point in time when I was actually really like low on money, to the point where I had to decide, do I pay my car note or do I pay my rent? And I remember it was one time that my job, they gave us like this flex card. And if you guys don't know what a flex card is basically like a debit card that your insurance company gives you. and they put like maybe $2,000 on it, $1,500 on it or something like that, and they give you that to spend on medical expenses only. So if you needed to pay for your medication, birth control pills, medicine, anything like that, it was for medical uses only. And the only way that you can use it for non-medical uses is if you transfer the money from that flex card to your debit card, and then you can use it for whatever. So I used to transfer the money from the flex card to my card to pay my bills sometimes. And yeah, I was just like really down and out. Money was a little tight. I was in this relationship with this guy who was not helping me. We're not gonna get into all that, but basically it was a very toxic relationship. And so I stuck around. I stuck beside him with my dumb ass. I stuck beside him because I wanted to see him be successful. I wanted to see him level up his life, but I didn't worry about my own life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so wrapped up and consumed and helping this nigga that I love get his life together, the bitch mine was slowly falling apart while I'm helping somebody else. And that is kind of where a lot of us females kind of like fuck up, is that we be on top of our shit. Because mind you, around this time I had just bought my brand new Benz, I had just got a new apartment, I had the job, you know what I'm saying, I had my hair company. I was doing well for myself. And I think when I got in a relationship, I kind of let what I worked so hard for kind of slip away, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like us as females, we get so wrapped up and consumed into these niggas who are fucking us good, like the dick is good, and we get so wrapped up into shit like that we kind of lose ourselves within these men, and we forget that we have a whole life outside of these men. And a lot of females are not like that, but I was like that. With me, I was very like insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was insecure, I felt like I needed a guy in my life, or my life would be boring, or I felt like I needed somebody, or my life was gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I used to feel. Like I didn't really have, outside of a guy, I was like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what I used to be. Even though this said person was not, and I'm not bashing this person, me and this person are actually on good terms. We recently just got on good terms after like a year and some change. So I'm not bashing this person. I'm not saying this person is a bad person. He's not a bad person. He was just a bad person to me. He probably isn't a bad person to whoever new he's dating now. God bless. But you know, he was a bad person to me. So that's what I'm saying. 'Cause sometimes people are not bad people. And I know like with me, I'm just like I'm a very understanding person. I think it's the Virgo in me. Like I be like, I be trying to make excuses for people, and that's another problem that I have too, which is another reason why I lost myself in this said relationship, because I was like, I'm such an understanding person. I always try to look at the brighter side of pictures. I'd be like, well, maybe because he's going through XYZ, so because he's going through XYZ, he's taking it out on me. You feel me? Oh, that rhymed. But because he's going through XYZ, he's taking it out on me. And you know, that's still not good. But I be trying to like understand people and shit, and I need to really understand that if somebody's a fucked up person, whether they're going through something or not, it is not an excuse to treat someone that loves you and that's trying to help you like shit. But that's besides the point. The point is that we get wrapped up in these relationships sometimes that we forget ourselves and that we lose ourselves. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only female that goes through it. And if I am, then hell, fuck it, whatever. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Like girls be so afraid to admit like that they've been fucked up or been dumb for a dude. We've all been there. So don't ever feel like, you know, somebody try to criticize you for being stupid for someone that you love. Don't ever feel bad. Like all of us women, we either go through it or we're going to go through it. Everybody has been there. Even my mom has been there. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has been there. And I'm just saying my mom because she's older, but like everybody has been there. So don't think that because you do something stupid for a guy that you love that you're a dumbass bitch or an easy ass bitch. Because people call me dumb and stupid for the shit I did with this dude. And I was just like, at the end of the day, we all been there. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you kind of have to look at the bigger picture. The reason why that sometimes we don't flourish in our businesses, or sometimes that we don't flourish in our life, is because we have this toxic relationship. And I'm speaking on relationships because a lot of females, I'm not speaking on friendships. And the reason I'm not speaking on friendships and only relationships is because we be so quick to forgive are cheating ass, no good ass, 550 credit score having ass, no job having ass, can I borrow $40 having ass niggas. But we be so quick to cut off our friend that's been down for us for 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up how females are. Like, they be so quick to cut their friends off, but they are not quick to cut off a nigga that's cheating on them and being toxic to them and holding them back in life. But we're so quick to cut off our friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm speaking in relationship perspective, because I know y'all done cut off that friend. I know y'all done cut off that toxic friend easy, but y'all haven't cut off that toxic nigga. I know y'all done cut off that toxic friend, because y'all quick to cut off that toxic friend, but y'all can't cut off that toxic nigga. Says is that if you are in a toxic relationship, or you're dealing with a guy who doesn't give a fuck about you, or acting like he doesn't give a fuck about you, leave. And I know it seems like easier said than done, because trust me, when people used to be like, just leave him, I was like, girl, it's not that easy, it's not that easy. Trust me, I know it is not that fucking easy. It is not that fucking easy to get up and walk away from a nigga that's fucking you good, and that's it. He ain't pay no bills, nothing. He just got a big dick and he fucking you well. That's it. That's all he doing. Because really, when you think about it, honestly, and this is coming back to my situation. So what my situation is that, or my situation, because it's not my situation no more. My situation is that once I finally had the courage to leave, and once I finally like decided that I wanted better for my life, that I promise y'all, right when I left this man, 2 weeks later, it's like the universe and God was waiting for me to come to my senses. No, God was waiting for me to come to my senses, because once I came to my senses and I left this man, I promise you guys, I was seeing blessing after blessing after blessing after opportunity, after this, after that, after this, after that, over and over and over and over and over and over again in my life. And I'm just like, this is what I needed. This is what I was waiting on. Because sometimes your blessing is waiting for you to clear it out. I always use this analogy that a plane cannot land unless it is clear, unless the landing is clear and everything is cool on the ground. Your blessings are in the sky, just hovering around in the sky, waiting for the landing of your life to clear, waiting for you to clear up the things in your life so the blessings can land, so you can get what you finally deserve. Because the thing about it is that we cannot see the blessings when people around us are toxic. And even when people are toxic around you and you have good things that happen to you, they will be quick to try to ruin it, because they don't want to see you happy. You may not know it, but like, people who are toxic, and these toxic dudes, these dudes that are toxic to y'all and don't treat y'all right, they don't want to see y'all happy. They don't want to see, they are meant to come in and destroy your life. Everybody is either a lesson or a blessing. And I feel like toxic guys that come into your life, they teach you about the things that you don't want, and they teach you about how, when you come across the situation again, how to handle it. It teaches you how to be stronger, so when you do come across the situation again, you'll be done. You know what I'm saying? You'll know it. You'll see the red flags for what they are. Because sometimes we do want love and we just ignore the red flags. You know, them red flags is going popular. Listen, we ignore the red flags. Ignore the red flags. We ignore the people in our lives. We ignore the red flags. We ignore the things. We ignore our friends who try to tell us the dude is no good, and then we turn around and we be done with that friend, and we be cutting that friend off when really that friend was right. And I'm telling you guys, what is stopping you from elevating in your life is the fact that you are in this toxic relationship. If you are dealing in a toxic relationship, are you in a toxic situationship, or dealing with somebody that you just have to keep trying to figure out what's going on with them, let it go. And I know it's easier said than done, but you just have to really like tell yourself, like, I want better for myself. And the day that you decide that you want better for yourself is the day that better is going to come. Trust me and believe me. And I know that y'all might be like, well, I'm not gonna find nobody better. I used to be that same way. I'm not gonna find nobody, girl. think about it. How old are you? Well, like 21. If you are between the age of 20, if you are in your 20s, baby, I'm 25. So if you're in your 20s, you gonna find somebody. Because sometimes I be feeling like that. I be like, I'm gonna be all alone. But then I have to realize, like, I am 25 years old. I'm 25. And then when me and this guy stopped being together, I was like 24. Was I? No, I was 23. I was 23. So I was like, I have my entire life ahead of me, and you still got your 30s. Like, I hate when people be like, your 30s is over, your life is over. Nigga, your 30s is your prime. I feel like your 20s is where you learn. I feel like your 20s is like your trial period. Like, you learn what you like, what you dislike, what you want to do with your life. You start learning everything about yourself, and then when the 30s hit, that's when it's like, okay, I'm tired, I'm ready to live my life. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I feel like. Just drop the toxic relationship in your life and watch everything just flourish, okay? So that is my girl talk for today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys want more girl talks, and I will see you guys in my next video.